Hey everybody, it's David Pingree out here at Milestone Raceway with another garage build project. Today we've got our 2018 Kawasaki 450, and this build is by Frenchie at C4MX. Rob Healy helped us out a lot with this and kind of coordinated it, but Frenchie did all the work. And I'm always excited to see these guys when Rob and Frenchie team up, because Rob's got kind of an eye for design, being from N-Style before, and now focusing more on his systems power lift stands, but they just know how to make a good looking and good working bike. So always stoked to see this thing, how it came out. And first of all, let's start with the power plant on this thing, because they did a lot of work. And C4MX did the whole engine, all the internals, pro circuit high compression piston, pro circuit exhaust system, a KTM throttle body, which a lot of builders are going to now. Something about that thing that just works better. And it really, on the dyno and on the track, makes a big difference. So KTM throttle body on this thing, Vortex ignition to map it up, and then VP T4 race fuel. So that combination of things. They also put, this was interesting to me, a 2012 Kawasaki intake cam. So apparently that one revs a little higher, and on the dyno it made a significant difference. So we're anxious to see on the track if we can feel that as well. But it was a standard 2012 Kawasaki 450. So interesting to me to see guys kind of going back and using parts like that from different bikes. They took the suspension and went to Enzo. Those guys always do an awesome job. Will Decker and the boys over there, Ross Maeda, really know how to dial these things in. So I'm stoked to get on that and check that stuff out. And as far as the look of it, you know, obviously N-Style did the graphics and the seat cover. It's got a Think seat foam, which these guys are super light. Takes like a full pound off the stock seat. Has the same feel, really nice and firm, but way lighter. And that's obviously weight that's very high on the bike, so significant. You got a wheel set that's made with Faster hubs, Faster USA hubs, an Excel Takasago rim with Dunlop MX3S tires, and then they've got Galfer rotors and steel braided lines mounted up for those, so should have a good strong braking feel. We've got Renthal chain and sprocket and bars, and then they're Intella levers. And these things are really cool. You can check them out. They roll down and they won't break. Basically not breakable, right? So very cool. If you fall, instead of bending them, they'll just bend down and then snap into place. So really cool product from Renthal. Some Emig lock-on grips, and a lot of Lightspeed carbon on this, which I love. Willie over at Lightspeed does a great job. You can look at the fork guards, which have a really cool green underlay in them, which is pretty rare. It's tough to find those. And then the tank cover, which looks amazing. A lot of little bits and pieces too. Obviously the fork cover, little case saver over here, and the chain guide in the back. So lots of Lightspeed stuff on this bike. Looks really cool. And then of course we got it sitting on the power lift system stand, which these things are incredible. You just literally slide it under your bike or roll your bike over the top of it, touch the button with your foot, and it lifts it right up. So very, very cool the way that works. And some other parts and pieces. We got a full Hinson clutch system in this, covers on both sides. Pro Circuit radiator hoses on here. We've got some Pro Peg titanium pegs, and lots of little bits and pieces. The thing really came together well, looks great. So I'm anxious to get on the track and have some fun. Let's go do it. All right, guys. Well, we're just fresh off the bike, and initial thoughts are just this is one of the best motor packages I've ridden on a Cowie ever. And I told Rob the Suzuki I rode for him last year that Frenchie did was one of the best Suzukis I'd ever ridden. So really impressed with this motor. The throttle response is so good I actually had to come in and add some more play to the throttle because it was just, you know, any little bump the thing was getting away from me. Just super, super good throttle response. And then clean, quick revving, quick pulling power. Revs to the moon. I don't know if that's that 2012 intake. I don't know what it is, but the damn thing runs like a monster. So really, really stoked on this. Between the Pro Circuit exhaust, the Vortex ignition, the work that CV4 or C4MX, their Frenchie, did over there, just killing it. With the VP race fuel, such an awesome package. So fun to ride. The chassis and everything, comfortable. I love the Pro Pegs. They're a good, solid platform. The Emig grips are good. You know, I love the fact that you don't have to worry about these things spinning. That's a great feature. I love the levers. And I've actually only used these Intello levers a couple times. Some of the old original versions of these bendable levers tended to be fatter and kind of bulky. These are nice and slim. They feel, you know, a lot like a production lever, just a lot more functional. So that's really good. The suspension's great. Enzo did an awesome job on the shock. I think they did a good job on the fork. Again, this has the air fork feeling that I just can't come to terms with. I've never ridden an air fork that I loved. And I'd say it's okay, but on the little chop, I get too much feedback. And then when I try to soften it up, it drops it too far down in the stroke, and I can never find a perfect balance. That's just an air fork. So I believe in 2019, they're going to springs. Thank you, manufacturers, for listening to the people who give you feedback because you headed the right direction again. And we can put all this air fork nonsense behind us and pretend it never happened. Okay? Just like a relationship with a very nasty girl. You just put it behind you. But overall, what an amazing bike. Thank you to all the companies involved. Frenchie, I just want to give you a big hug. This is such a fun motor to ride. The tires worked great. I love these wheels. The braking system on this thing is awesome. So the Galfer rotors and steel braided line, awesome. So much, such a good feel, and then so much progression, man. The harder you grab that thing, it'll stand this thing right on the front wheel. So really like that. And I love the look of all the carbon stuff. The Lightspeed stuff is rad. I love it. Anyway, awesome job. Everybody involved, thanks so much. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next garage build.